Hello students, welcome back. In the last session we have discussed event and different event sources. In today's session we will discuss delegation event model. So delegation event model it is simply an approach to handle events in Java. So we have already discussed about events, and we know events are at the core of any GUI programs. So GUI programs work on the basis of events. So actions needs to be carried out through the events in GUI programs. And today we are discussing about the delegation event model. As I've said, it is an approach to handle events. So let's start. The modern approach to handling events is based on delegation event model. The original approach of handling event in Java, it was different than the modern approach, that is delegation event model. So today we follow delegation event model to handle events in Java. The delegation event model defines standards and consistent mechanism to generate and process events. So this model defines standard and consistent mechanism by using which events can be processed. The concept of this is very simple. Here a source generates an event. As we have already studied about source is an object which generates an event, like a button is a source, I said, text field is a source. So as per delegation event model, source generates event and sends it to one or more listeners. So in delegation event model, source generates an event and that event is sent to one or more listeners which have been registered. So if a source like a button generates an event like action event, that action event is sent to the listener which is registered on that particular source. In this scheme, the listener simply waits until it receives an event. So listener simply waits for an event to occur, and listener processes an event only upon receiving a notification about that event. Once the notification is received, the listener processes the event and then returns. Once a notification is received by the listener, it simply processes some code and returns. The advantage of this design is that the logic that processes events is separate, or it is cleanly separated from the user interface logic that generates those events. Now, one important advantage of this particular design is that the logic of the event handling, it is separated from the GUI, that is the user interface of the program, so that if there are any changes in the user interface, there is no need to make changes in the logic of the program, or if there is any change in the logic of a program, there is no need to make any changes in the GUI of a program, because both are separate from each other. So in event delegation model, the work of handling the event, it is delegated to the piece of code which is separate from the GUI or the interface of a program. A user interface element is able to delegate the processing of an event to a separate piece of code. As I've said, the processing, it is delegated to a separate piece of code. In delegation event model, listeners must register with a source in order to receive an event notification. A listener has to be registered with a source to receive an event notification in event delegation model. Unlike the earlier model which is used in Java version 1.0, where the notification is sent to the all the objects up to the hierarchy. But in delegation event model it has been improved, and in delegation event model a notification is only sent to the registered listeners. This provides an important benefit, that is, notifications are sent only to listeners that want to receive them. Notifications are not sent to all of them, but notifications are sent to only the listeners which have been registered to it. This is more efficient way to handle events than the design used in old Java 1.0 approach. As I've said, the old event handling approach of Java 1.0, it is different from this delegation event model. In the previous approach, an event was propagated up to the containment hierarchy until it was handled by a component. So in earlier event model, the event is simply propagated, or it is notification is sent to all the listeners up to the hierarchy, and whoever wants to handle the event can handle the it can handle it by receiving the notification. Okay, this is about the delegation event model. It is, in simple words, a delegation event model where event is generated by a source and a notification about that event is sent to the listeners. The listeners needs to be registered in advance to get this notification, and this is the delegation event model. Next, about event listeners. As I've said, when the event is generated, a notification is sent to the listeners. So what is a listener here? A listener is an object that is notified when an event occurs. So what is a listener? It is simply an object, and this object is notified when the event occurs. Suppose if I click on a button, the event occurs, that is action event, and this event is notified to the action listener, which is registered. Means we have to register this action listener first. If it is registered, then a notification is sent to the action listener. It has two major requirements. The listener has two major requirements. These are, the first one is, as I've said, it must be registered with one or more sources. We need to register a listener with the source, that is like button, text fields and all, to receive notification about specific types of events. Second, it must implement, this is important, it must implement methods to receive and process this notification. A listener must implement the methods defined in listener interfaces. Listeners are interfaces in Java, and these interfaces define some or declare some methods, and these method needs to be implemented by all the listener objects. The methods that receive and process events are defined in a set of interfaces found in java.awt.event. All listeners are packaged in a package java.awt.event package. For example, the mouse motion listener interface defines two methods. The methods to receive notification when the mouse is dragged and moved. So mouse motion listener contains two methods which can be used to get notifications when we move a mouse on the GUI or when we drag a mouse on the GUI. Okay, so listener, as I've said, it is an object that is notified when the event occurs. Listeners are usually used to handle events in Java programming language. We will study in detail about these listeners, and we will even see some practical examples where listeners are created and used in the later sections. Okay, about event classes. Event classes that represents event are at the core of Java's event handling mechanism. The most widely used events are those defined by AWT and those defined by Swing. So event classes, these are at the core of Java's event handling mechanism. As I've said, the sources generates events, and these events are defined by different event objects or event classes. There are so many different event classes available in Java. Some of the event classes like action event, mouse motion event. Apart from this, there are many other event classes which are defined in Java. So whenever a user interacts with the source generates these event objects. We will discuss about these events objects in the next session. So with this, we will stop here. Thank you.